Hello, everybody, and welcome to my podcast. If you haven't listened before, or if you're listening for the first time, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you for being here. This Wise Words Wednesday podcast is a series of episodes ranging in length from between 10 and 30 minutes to bring a bit of inspiration and some spirituality into your day. I aspire to inspire others to live happier, healthier, and more spiritual lives. Now, this is episode 13. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. Now, previous episodes I've covered subjects such as self-love, the law of attraction, spiritual awareness and protection, embracing your spirituality, to name just a few of them. So if you do fancy it, I would recommend going back and checking out some of my previous episodes. They're available from multiple sources across the internet, but the episodes can be streamed and downloaded for your future listening pleasure directly from my website, which is www.hollysholistic.healing.co.uk/podcast. Now, as you may have already guessed, my name is Holly. I am a light worker here to help raise the vibes here on earth. My background is in holistic healing, and I am currently expanding and opening up my services as a spiritual development coach. I'm looking for people interested in exploring and developing their spirituality, people that are interested in finding out more and developing their natural psychic abilities, that are willing to work for their own personal and spiritual growth. You know, there's no magic wand that can be waved. If you're willing to work toward it, then I'm willing to help you get there. I do what I do because my spiritual journey over the past 12 years has been utterly transformational. It has helped me to heal, to grow, and has completely changed my outlook on life. It's completely brought so many things to my awareness. And yeah, it's just been unbelievable. And I'm such a happy person now, and so much has changed in my life, and I want to be able to bring that for other people to experience what I've experienced. Now, I want to break down people's stigmas that are associated with psychic abilities as well, and I want to shed light on the mystical and the spiritual. I help people to develop and nurture their own spiritual and psychic gifts and help them to become empowered and more confident, and to realise that these things are normal and that people with these gifts are not alone and that they're nothing to be frightened of. I help people to find their own inner wisdom and become their own gurus, to find their direction and work out where it is they're going in life and what obstacles they need to overcome and how to get over them. Now, I am very excited about this episode because I'm talking about an idea that I had that is transforming into a collaboration between myself and the lovely and inspiring Stacey from down at the river, and I cannot wait to tell you about it. But before I do, I want to tell you a little bit of background first about where the idea has come from. Now, as I said previously, my professional background is as a holistic therapist and healer, where the importance of balance between mind, body, and spirit is undeniable. It's irrefutable. If you are out of balance in any of these areas, then it will manifest in problems in all of the others as well. Now, on my journey from somewhat troubled and particularly self-destructive young woman to business owner and mother, I have discovered that self-love and self-care are absolutely paramount for happiness and well-being. you can't have those things without self-care, self-love, self-respect, and valuing yourself. And whenever I feel that I'm beginning to unravel, when things are getting on top of me and life gets a bit overwhelming, as it does for all of us from time to time, I realise it's because I've stopped putting self-care first, and I have to rein myself back in and focusing on myself. And taking care of myself puts everything back into perspective and everything back into balance, and things just seem to fall into place. Small acts of self-care can absolutely change your life and change your entire emotional and mental state as well. Another discovery that I've made on my journey is the power of the law of attraction. My life is absolutely shaped and moulded by it, as is everybody's, but I have used it consciously to manifest so many things in my life. It is something that it's just incredible, and if you haven't already heard of it, then you need to go and find out about it. It's a truly incredible and magical art. Now, I have an episode all about the law of attraction, so go back and listen to it if it is something that interests you, or if it's something that you haven't heard of before. I don't know how you found this podcast, but go back and listen to it. But essentially, where attention goes, energy flows. So what we pay attention to or focus on, we invite and attract into our lives, both the good and the bad. Emotions, people, things, you name it. Now, back last year, I took on an 100-day challenge, 100 happy days. Now, the idea is simple, that every day for 100 days, you post on social media a picture of something that has brought you happiness in that day. Now, this for me was an absolutely incredible and uplifting experience. I had a lot of ups and a lot of downs in those 100 days. I must say the downs were some of the worst of my life. I won't go into that now, but a lot of bad stuff happened for me in those 100 days, and like life-changing stuff. And a lot of stressful stuff too. But having to find something to post, even on the darkest days, brought some light into my day. Having to find a little something of happiness brought a completely new energy into the day. And it made me realise how simple little things, how small acts of self-love or self-care, appreciating something small and seemingly insignificant to others, can turn your whole day around. Now, going back to one of the first episodes of the podcast, I talked about self-love, and I commented that I would love to apply this concept of doing a 100-day challenge to self-care. And at the time, it was something that I really needed to focus on, having just had another baby. And, you know, any parents out there will know when a new baby comes into your life, self-care is the first thing that goes out the window. And it shouldn't be, but for a lot of us it is. And I have been working on cultivating practices, and I have done a lot of work. You know, I am really happy with how far I've come and how balance has come back into my life. But since then, I haven't really given it much thought, the 100-day challenge thing. And a lot has changed for me, as I said, since that episode. And for the most part, I have changed direction, the direction of my business. and my goals, the things that are on my vision board, have changed slightly. But I am focusing much more on the spiritual aspects of life. Now, this morning, like a lightning bolt out of the blue, the idea came to me to do a 100-day challenge focusing on spiritual well-being, focusing in on spirituality. Now, just going back to the self-care component for a second, because this all does tie in together, if you bear with me. Now, self-care and nurturing can be divided up into 6 categories, known by a few people as spices. Now, I first heard about this when I was doing something called the Parent Nurturing Program, and yeah, so it's an acronym that is SPICES. Now, these are social aspects, so going to parties, seeing friends, having a good old natter with someone. Physical, so doing exercise, doing gardening, getting a massage, anything that fits into this category is to do with your physical well-being. There is intellectual well-being, so reading a magazine or a book or a blog post, listening to the radio or a podcast, doing like an evening class, for example, or, just going on a little YouTube binge and watching something that stimulates you intellectually on YouTube. There's creative well-being, so making things, creating music or art. It can be just having flowers in the house, or changing a hairstyle, or getting some new makeup, or focusing on your own personal style. Something I've done recently is I've created a capsule wardrobe focusing on my own personal style, and that is just wonderful way of expressing yourself, is through your clothes and your accessories. There's your emotional well-being. Again, you can have a chat with a good friend, hug it out with someone, having a good laugh, a good cry. And the last letter of SPICES is your spiritual well-being. Now, this could be enjoying something beautiful, appreciating nature, doing meditation, whether it's a guided meditation on headphones or doing your own thing, doing some yoga, participating in religious practice if that's your bag, if that's what you're into, reading some philosophy, even just lighting a candle and saying a little prayer, But for most people, I think the last one, the spiritual one, is the one that is most neglected. It's the one that people don't talk about in their day-to-day lives, and it's one that I feel is the most healing and beneficial, really. But I would say that. Now, a lot of people would have you believe that there is no place in the modern world for this kind of stuff. But I believe differently. There's a huge spiritual awakening going on all over the world. The online movement is growing, and it's sneaking its way into modern life and popular culture. For example, I've just started listening to Absolute Radio, and I heard a song come on the radio the other day, Uprising by Muse, where the lyrics talk about opening up your third eye. Now, this isn't some alternative radio station. This is the second most popular radio station in the UK, and there's songs in the middle of the day talking about this kind of stuff. So it's sneaking in, it's seeping in, guys. So yeah, I digress. So the idea, back to this exciting idea, the 100-day challenge, 100 days of spirituality. Now, this will help to nurture you on a very deep and profound level. It will help you cultivate spiritual practices and awaken something within yourself. It will help you through difficult times, through transitions that you might be going through in your life. It will help you to grow in ways that you don't even know are possible. Now, as soon as I got this idea, I got on WhatsApp and sent a voice note to Stacey from down at the river, who actually said she'd been thinking about messaging me when the message came through. Or she said she'd been thinking about me that morning and sending me a message, and then I sent her a message. And it's like, oh guys, the planets are aligning here. Something amazing is going on. There's a lot of energy transfer going on between me and Stacey, and we only met for the first time the other day, having chatted loads online and connecting through social media, and we are just totally on the same wavelength. She's just lush, she's wicked, and we have been discussing collaborations and ways of bringing this spiritual stuff to the everyday for people, making it more approachable, more accessible. And she's got really excited by this idea as well. And so we're going to do this thing. We're doing it as a collaboration. So starting on the 11th of November, 11/11, which is only a few days away, we are going to be launching this challenge. Now, the reason we're starting on 11/11 is because it's a very powerful number for manifestation. It's actually an energy portal. And so a very powerful day for setting intentions and visualizing things you hope to achieve. Now, we will be doing competitions and giveaways for people who get involved and keep up with posting and, are really growing on their spiritual journey. And we will, of course, be posting regularly ourselves, but we're going to be doing lives, we're going to be doing videos, and we're going to provide audio files to keep you motivated and to give you ideas and to give you things to do, and also to be there to support you through the journey as well. And the prizes are going to be really good. I've got so many ideas about what we can do. So if you need to cultivate a bit of self-love, if you would like to cultivate more of a spiritual practice, if you are a newbie to this kind of stuff, or if you are more advanced and would like to deepen your connection with your higher self, with your spirit guides, if you want to improve your meditation practice, develop psychic gifts, or just bring a bit of peace and serenity to your life, there's so much scope for what you can use these 100 days for. But if any of this applies to you, then we would love for you to get involved and join us on this. We haven't finalised all the details yet, but I think it will be running across all social media platforms. So that's obviously not all of them, but the main ones, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest. However you feel would be the easiest way to get involved. You can post the pictures as posts or just in your Facebook or Instagram stories using the hashtag 100 Days of Spirituality. I'm going to create a Facebook event page, I think, where all of the details will be posted when they're all finalised. But if you're not on Facebook, not to worry, I'm going to be putting a blog post up about it. So just drop me a line and I will keep you in the loop about how you can get involved. But yeah, the prizes and giveaways are going to be amazing, and the results from this challenge, I promise you, will be absolutely transformational and life-changing. So on that note, who wants in? Let me know in the comments below. And also tag or share this with a friend who you think would get a lot of benefit from this, will get a lot of upliftment from it. Or a friend who would like a challenge like this. I'm really excited and I can't wait, and I would love for you to put in the comments as well about any other 100-day challenges that you've done and the impact that they've had on you as well. Like, was your experience as profound as mine? Let me know. But yes, so thank you so much for joining me and listening. I appreciate you so much. If you don't already, come and follow me on Facebook or Instagram. My Facebook page is Holly's Holistic Healing, and my Instagram account is at holistic_Holly. Also, go and follow Stacey. She is Down at the River on both Instagram and Facebook. My Facebook group, if you'd like to come and join me there, is called Dawn of the New Age. So come and join the spiritual fam if you are interested in doing so. My website is www.hollysholistic.healing.co.uk, where all the links can be found. And yes, I would really appreciate if you could like, comment and share this episode. I already love you for it, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of the day. Love, light, and many, many blessings. Yachida, Satnam, Namaste.